This is Reynhard Sinaga as he wanted the world to see him. His social media accounts full of grinning photos of a student having fun. But Sinaga has many faces, and behind the mask lies the truth. A depraved monster, said by prosecutors to be one of the most prolific rapists in the world.
This university student became Britain's worst rapist. Please watch the rest of the video to find out why. Today's video will be about the horrifying case of Reynhard Sinaga, a man whose crimes shocked the world and redefined the meaning of evil. Over a span of several years, this unassuming student preyed on vulnerable men, leaving behind a trail of destruction. He was born in Indonesia in 1983, raised in a wealthy and devout Catholic family, and he moved to the UK in 2007 to pursue higher education. Settling in Manchester, he seemed to be living the life of a typical international student, studying for multiple degrees and frequently enjoying the nightlife. But beneath this facade lurked a predator. Living in an apartment near Manchester's bustling nightlife district, Sinaga presented himself as a friendly and non-threatening man. His neighbours described him as polite and unremarkable, but his apartment, specifically his bedroom, would become the site of unimaginable horrors. Sinaga's crimes followed a chillingly calculated pattern. He would frequent bars and clubs, often in the early hours when people were the most vulnerable. His targets? Young men, often intoxicated, who had become separated from their friends. He would approach them under the guise of offering help, sometimes suggesting they could use his phone to call a taxi or even crash at his apartment. Many of his victims, trusting his seemingly harmless demeanour, accepted. Once back at his flat, Sinaga would spike their drinks with GHB, a powerful sedative. Within minutes, his victims would lose consciousness, and it was from then where he would commit these heinous acts, all while recording the assaults on his mobile phone. Sinaga's crimes might have continued indefinitely if not for one victim who woke up during his attack. In June 2017, a young man regained consciousness while Sinaga was assaulting him. Fighting back, he managed to escape and alert police. When authorities searched Sinaga's apartment, they uncovered a trove of evidence. Over 3 terabytes of video footage documenting his crimes. Investigators believe that he assaulted at least 200 victims, although only 48 have officially been identified. Sinaga stood trial in 4 separate hearings between 2018 and 2020. He showed no remorse, even claiming that his victims were willing participants, despite overwhelming evidence to the contrary. In January 2020, Reynhard Sinaga was sentenced to life imprisonment with a minimum term of 30 years. The judge described him as a dangerous, deeply disturbed and perverted individual who would never be safe to release. His sentence has since been increased to 40 years. The impact of Sinaga's crimes is immeasurable. Many of his victims have struggled with shame, trauma and the harrowing realization of what happened to them. This case also sparked the widespread discussions about male sexual assault and the dangers of date rape drugs. If there's one thing to take away from this tragic story, it's the importance of awareness and support. Male survivors of sexual assault often face unique challenges, but it's crucial to remember help is available and you are not alone. Thank you for watching. Please be sure to like, comment and subscribe as it really helps the growth of the channel.